2, A New World.
Abby wanted the world, and it shows itself at its best. The fields, the flowers. But you can't afford to rest. The voices pursuing her, they slowly subdue. To wind stroking grass, cricket orchestras, sounds all so new. Stone by stone,
We start this chapter off with Abby on the stage. Once you gain control of her, move right past the field. Eventually, you will come to a tree with a bench underneath it. Let Abby sit on it. To unlock lunchtime achievement, enjoy your newfound freedom.
Sunbeams tingling with warmth, inviting you, continue forth. The world is beautiful, Abby. Look at its colors. Take it in while you can.
Keep heading
Enjoy
right
the
until you
wonder.
reach a windmill,
It's
which
just
you
a
can't get
windmill
past
standing
because of your
still.
strings.
Perhaps envying
Head onto
you
the
for your free
platform
will.
and interact with
It
the
is what
windmill
it
lever.
is. A stubborn
Once you
wooden
have a
thing.
good stream of water
Still,
flowing, head to the left,
can't get
and your
past it
strings
with
will
your
move the
strings.
water spout to the left. Hold it in place to fill the small well with water.
That's
This
the
provides
way.
the cow with moves
mill
from the
waves
background
Abby
into scene
goodbye.
to drink.
Its
He
arms
is also
swinging
attached
high
to
in
the
the
windmill,
sky.
which will move out of the way. Keep heading right until you come across your first stream. Get as close as possible to the edge before jumping. This is followed immediately by another jump onto a rock, then back onto land, and another jump shortly thereafter. You will come to a fourth jump onto a plank. There is another plank in the water that you have to pick up, and holding the plank, you will come to a broken carriage with another plank.
Little
Abby will
Abby
lay the
stops with a
plank
shiver.
into the water.
If you
Go
want
back to
be
the broken
free,
carriage
you'd have
and
to
grab the
cross the
second
river.
plank, jump onto the plank Abby previously threw into the water, and throw the second plank in front of it. Cross the river by alternating between picking up the first plank
Resourceful little
while
lamb.
standing on the
Where
second
there's no
and
bridge,
placing it in
she
front of the
uses her
second.
class.
Jump into the river,
Without
and Jack will
tools,
place you on the
determination
other
comes
side.
at
Don't worry,
May
this
I
won't
lend you a
void the
string,
achievement
lest
for
fatigue
avoiding
be
the
too
water.
tempting? See, you can trust me. A hunter's cabin, a light, looks inviting, eh, Abby? Warm and bright. Oh, wouldn't that be fabulous?
Keep heading right until you come to a cabin with a trapped wolf.
The old
There are
wolf has
2
died.
achievements
Leave
related
him
to
in
this,
peace.
so you
His
must
troubles
play
are
this
over.
section twice.
Yours are
Do
yet
not
to be.
immediately reload the checkpoint, as we need to play through the whole chapter without touching water. Rotate it to bring the bridge down. As long as you are on the bridge, it won't go back up. Head to the right, and there will be a carriage with a hook on
A
it.
girl who
Grab the
moves
hook
windmills
and pull
will
the carriage
certainly
as far to
manage
the
get a
left
little
as you
cart
can.
out of the way.
Interact with the lever again to lower the bridge, then quickly grab the hook and pull the carriage over the bridge. There are 2 achievements related to this, so you must play this section twice. Do not immediately reload the checkpoint, as we need to play through the whole chapter without touching water. Keep pulling the carriage until you are next to the wolf's strings. Abby will automatically place the hook when you let go of the interact
Abby,
button.
what are you doing?
Push the cart to the right,
The-
and it will fall
the
through the
strings?
gap.
What are you doing with the strings? Stop that. The wolf has lived his life. Let him be. What the? What did I tell you?
Releasing the wolf and unlocking Animal
You
Friend
have
achievement
to do what I
Free the Wolf.
say. If you don't listen to me, I can't help you. Got it? What do we care what's happened to a wolf? The wolf is yonder, to become dog fodder. And who freed him from the planks? Heroic Abby. Yet not a single word of thanks.
If you push the cart into the gap, without attaching it to the strings of the wolf, then you will get Scaredy Cat achievement. Leave the wolf
well
to
done,
his fate.
Abby. But I don't think the cart's owner will be happy.
Interact with the bridge lever to lower it again, and keep heading right. You will see a fire burning. Interact with this to grab a torch. Abby needs to use the torch to get past the tree branches blocking her strings.
They're afraid they'll burn
Run
their
directly
paws.
into the trees with the torch. You must move pretty quickly to each fire, as it will start raining, and the torch will go out if you don't move fast enough.
To endure some trying moments. Alone in the world she runs wildly about, while the embers of freedom are slowly doused out. Well, Abby, the world isn't all
Keep heading right,
song,
lighting the torch at every fire you come to. You will come to a downed tree on a slope with a hole in it, which Abby can't move through due to her strings. Get close and throw the torch down the tree, and you must jump up onto the downed tree and head right, grabbing the torch Abby threw at the other side.
Well it catches your string.
Head right to the next fire as fast as you can. Keep heading right, lighting the fires with the torch. After one last tree, a huge spider appears. Head back to the last fire and grab a torch. When the spider drops from the rock, you must throw the torch at it.
Legs, ready to devour you, catch you in her web. Good. Fire seems to do the trick. She doesn't like your torch a bit.
Torches hit the spider,
well
it will
done.
retreat.
You forced her retreat. But don't try your luck. I recommend you flee.
Grab another torch, and keep heading right, lighting the fires and relighting your torch. Abby comes to a tree that moves, and we must use it to climb the rock. Head to the right, and throw the torch on top of the ridge. The tree will return to its original position. Jump onto the tree, and jump across to the top of the rock. Grab the torch, and continue to head right. Light the next fire, and right to the broken lift. Jump to the right, and onto the middle platform. If you don't make it, don't worry.
Well, you
Jack will place you on the platform.
At the end of my strings. Your torch, Abby. It's going out.
Interact with the lever on the lift, and it will bring you up to the left side.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Grab a torch from the fire, and interact with the lever to the left of the lift, before quickly jumping back on the lift. The lift breaks down on the middle platform, but you will still have the torch in your hand. Interact with the fire starting to the left to reignite the torch, and jump to the right, lighting the next fire. Eventually, you'll come to the dead spider.
What you
Across
couldn't
from Abby
manage,
is a
someone
bandit
else
sitting on a
could
bench.
do.
Jump into
Oh,
the ditch,
Abby,
throw your
what have you
torch up
gotten
to where the
yourself
bandit
into?
is sitting. Immediately jump onto the rope. The bandit will jump into the ditch to investigate the source of the torch. Once he does, climb up the rope and continue heading right, and enjoy the game.
Tiptoe away, Abby. Quiet. Whoever is able to slay a spider like that is possibly not the most compassionate. That's the ringmaster, all decked out in a dark forest, and conspiratively whispering with who? About what? Oh my, it's Tonda, the merciless plunderer. He's the one who tore the spider asunder. Abby's weight in gold shall be yours if you bring her back through my circus doors. Since she's gone, my world has gone black. Damn it, I want the little brat back. The ringmaster pleaded, the ringmaster whined, but Tonda just laughed and sipped his wine. Remember the bear? We caught him in a day without further ado. A little lost juggler girl won't cost but a few. Ringmaster, have your reward ready. We'll bring your Abby back just as I told. Get ready, men. We'll be bathing in gold. The mercenaries and thieves gather round Tonda, as hungry and determined
Keep moving right,
as a huge
and you'll come to a
anaconda.
bandit moving
Their
his
leader
lantern
is
from
big enough
left
for
to right
two,
in the foreground.
strong enough for five.
At this point,
He'll do
we will
anything
go for a
buck
tricky
and
achievement.
more to survive.
We must alert the bandit, but not so much that he chases Abby. Step slightly out and to the right, so that you peek into his light, and return as quickly as possible back behind the rocks. If the bandit raises his lantern, that is the sign that he is alerted. If you do this 3 times, you will unlock new achievement, Close Call, attract the attention of the bandits 3 times without getting caught.
The bandits get back to their work, building a castle, or at least a fort.
We come to a logging camp. A bandit is patrolling here, as well. You will see a saw stuck in a log to the right. Once the bandit moves to the right of the screen, interact with the saw, and move back and forth to cut the log. It's possible to do this in one go, but if you want to be careful, you hide behind the crates when the bandit returns, and continue once the bandit moves back to the right. Once you have the log cut, push the small piece of wood to the right, and it will fall onto a sleeping bandit's head. Move to the left to hide behind the bushes.
Ouch! That looked painful.
The bandit will climb up and get into a fight with the bandit who was above him.
Without some smarts up in your crown, all the muscle in the world will only weigh you down.
You are now free to continue moving to the right.
Once you sneak past certain death, it's easy to believe that life lies ahead. But Abby, you thought your luck had turned, but in fact it's merely whimpered and squirmed. And now, only thickets too thick
Continue
for a
right
guard.
over the rock,
So
and to
where
the right
is
you will
this
see a
oh so
barrel
beautiful
attached to a
world?
rope.
Dangers
Push the
lurking
barrel
in that
into the
swamp,
water,
Abby.
and a corpse attached to the other side of the rope
Smell
will
that,
rise from
Abby?
the water.
That's
Jump onto the rope and
The
swing,
world's
and the
perfect.
corpse will come loose. And interact with the corpse. Drag it to the right, where it will trigger the trap. Jump onto the rope attached to the corpse, climb up it and jump over the rock to the right. Continue to the right, jumping over the last pool of water. If you haven't fallen into any water during the chapter, it will unlock On Dry Feet achievement, play through Act 2 without falling into the water.
It's Thunder and his gang. Run, Abby! Run for your life!
Continue heading right until Abby starts being chased by bandits. Run right, jumping across the 2 streams, and climbing up some rocks and a ladder.
Get away! Thunder calls through the woods.
Jack will help Abby avoid a falling rock.
Watch out! Or have you grown so accustomed
Continue
to
running
me
to the
helping?
right and fall down the hill and onto the stage.
Thunder grunts, enraged. Abby's nowhere to be found. He's not used to having his prey escape the hunting grounds. A moment of
That will
grace
end the
having
chapter and
absorbed
unlock
crime.
Upside Down
Abby's
achievement
freedom
for
is at the
finishing
roll
Act
of the
2.
dice.